Hey guys, this is Sahil and welcome to yet another episode of Weekly Mastermind where we are going to look up at what all we saw in last 1 week as well as overall month of August month, and along with that we are going to look up at what all we can expect not just in 1 week, not just in 1 month, but overall next 2 months, that is September and October. Because if you look up at the previous data of Indian markets as well as global markets, then you'll be able to understand this one common pattern that usually in the month of September and October, we see momentum either on the upside or on the downside. And what all we can expect in upcoming 2 months, that's what we are going to discuss further into this particular episode of Weekly Mastermind. And one good news, like the best possible news so far, is that today, like this particular session is 26th session of Weekly Mastermind, which means it's almost 6 months that we are doing this particular series continuously, consistently. And every single time I do this particular session, I try to improvise myself. I try to serve even more, even better. And one single thing which comes every single time when I'm recording this particular session is to make things even more simpler. Because this is one of the quotation which I've got from my mentors, is that if you want to impress someone, make it complicated, but if you want to help someone, make it simple. So every single time I do this particular session, I try to make it simple, and I hope that you are also getting 100x value, not just 5x, not even 10x, but 100x value. So let's quickly jump into Weekly Mastermind for this particular week as well as overall 2 months, as I've already mentioned. So Weekly Mastermind for 3rd of September 2023, where we are going to look up at first market index, what are the current outperforming and underperforming sectors, what are the weekly gainers and losers from last 1 week, what are the current trending as well as tracking stocks, as well as at the end I'm going to share with you some of the previous cup pattern stocks as well as some of the new cup pattern stocks as well. So market index, Nifty, Sensex, Bank Nifty all have given good momentum. Like although you can see like 0.87, 0.77 and 0.46, but if you look up at the last 3 to 4 weekly mastermind sessions, then you'll be able to understand that the overall marketplace was moving forward on the lower side. There was slighter panicness, but right now in last 1 week, it has given slighter comeback as well, which is a very, very good sign. Mid cap 50, no effect to mid cap 50. It is already moving with very good momentum, 2.16 on the upper side. India VIX is on the downside and USD INR is also in control, which is very good sign for Indian markets. Then we have Nifty 50, where monthly is above 60, squeeze open on the upside with very good opening for this particular month of September. We have weekly, which has taken RSI 60 support, and even in last weekly mastermind session, I mentioned that it can take 40 support on daily time frame and 60 support on weekly time frame. Then it will be like a very good signal for us whether that particular trend is going to stay in uptrend itself, or else it is going to break down in the short term trend and move forward on the lower side. But Indian markets have given very good comeback, and even the candle which was being formed on Friday, that was a very good comeback. And even this is like one of the best possible start which I have ever seen so far in my whole career so far, because this is just a beginning of me as well. And it has taken proper 40 support on daily time frame, proper support on 60 in terms of RSI on weekly time frame, which is a very good sign. And even it has broken out of moving average as well in slighter manner. Furthermore, once we get proper confirmation, then we can see all-time high rally on Nifty 50 as well. Then we have Bank Nifty, where monthly is above 60. On weekly, we are having consolidation with moving average, but green candles are being formed, which is a very good sign. And on daily as well, it has given proper comeback. And on Bank Nifty, we are having outside inside pattern formation, like a W pattern formation. And once we get proper confirmation, then from this point of time, we can expect further momentum on Bank Nifty as well. And outside inside, this is one of the advanced pattern of Bollinger Bands, although we are having squeeze, open, squeeze, and all other things as the basic things. But in terms of Bollinger Band, but outside inside is something which is like advanced pattern. And even in some of the technical Saturday series also, I'll be sharing this particular concept as well. And as of now, the weekly time frame of Bank Nifty is looking slightly indecisive, but still the overall perspective is not that bad. Then we have sector specific, except FMCG and pharma, even though they gave slighter like indecisive itself. But except that metal and reality both have given momentum more than 5%, which is a very, very good sign. And all other sectors have also given good move. Then we have Nifty IT, where monthly is aspiring to break out of 60. It has already broken out of moving average, which is a good sign. On weekly, it has freshly broken out of 60, and it is almost around the previous trend line resistance itself on weekly time frame, which I am mentioning since last so many weeks. And even on daily, it has freshly broken out of RSI 60. But let's see how it performs, because furthermore momentum is going to expect whether on monthly time frame it is going to break out of 60, or else it is going to resist 60 itself. Then we have Nifty Auto monthly, weekly, all are above 60, and on daily as well, it has freshly broken out of 60 in last 1 week, and it has broken out of all-time high zone with squeeze open on the upside, even walk off the band, which is a good sign, and even auto can be one of the outperforming sector once again in upcoming 2 months. Then we have Nifty Metal monthly, weekly, daily, all are above 60, and even last candle, which was being formed on Friday, which was like a very good candle, squeeze open on the upside. That particular candle can continue further, and this can actually make this particular trend of metal to go forward on the upper side and create all-time highs. Then we have Nifty FMCG monthly above 60, weekly has freshly broken down of RSI 60, although it is above moving average, but still there is slightly sign of panicness, and on daily it is forming support itself. So on daily itself, if this particular support is being formed, if this particular support is acting as a support itself, then it is a very good sign. If it breaks down, then it will not be a good sign for FMCG for the short term trend. Then we have Nifty Energy monthly, it is almost around 57, 58. Then we have weekly, which is already above 60, and on daily, it has taken proper 40 support. As of now, we can keep this sector on track. Then we have Nifty Pharma monthly above 60, weekly above 60, but on daily, that is short term trend. It has broken down of RSI 60. It has broken down of moving average as well. As of now, pharma sector is what we can completely avoid for further confirmation. Maybe it can take 40 support, maybe it can take like 60 breakout as well. At that point of time, we can trade into pharma stocks. We can keep those stocks on our track. Then we have Nifty Infra monthly, weekly, both are above 60, and on daily, it has also formed like a support formation in terms of, if you look up at price action in terms of pattern formation. And on daily, once it breaks out of 60, then it can form further momentum on the upper side. Then we have Nifty Realty monthly above 60, weekly above 60, and on daily as well, it has started moving forward on the upper side. And once we get proper confirmations on this, then this can be like an all-time high area for realty sector, which is also a good sign for realty stocks. Realty stocks. Then we have Nifty Media. Monthly, it has freshly broken out of moving average in last 1 month, freshly broken out of 60 as well. And on weekly also, it is already sustaining above 60, and on daily, although it was giving consolidated uptrend, but it is better as compared to other sectors, because other sectors were already between 40, 60, breaking down of moving average. But media was something which was like outperforming so far, which was like maintaining the equilibrium. Not all the other sectors, like because in the marketplace, it's something like not all the sectors can come on the lower side at the same instance of time. Because if you look up at the COVID chart as well, all the sectors were coming on the downside, but pharma was outperforming. Similarly, at this point of time in last 1 month, all the sectors were giving slighter retracement, slighter panicness, even Nifty and Bank Nifty, but media was something which was outperforming, and even Midcap 50 was also the one. Then we have weekly best performers. We have IBL Housing Finance once again, because in last 1 week as well, IBL Housing Finance was one of the best performing stocks. Then we have Tata Steel 8.68 on the upper side. We have Maruti Suzuki, we have NTPC, Hindalco, M&M, and JSW Steel. Then we have weekly worst performers like from pharma itself, Dr. Reddy, which is down by 3.47. We have IOC down by 3%. We have Hindustan Unilever, Reliance, BPCL, Zeal, and Britannia. These are some of the weak performing stocks so far. And even the list of weak performing stocks is getting reduced as compared to the best performing stocks. A lot of stocks are taking 40 support on daily time frame, and from that point of time, those are giving like proper comeback as well, which is a very good sign. Now let's quickly have a look at the trend following stocks which are having monthly, weekly, daily above 60. So first we have BHAIL, which has given very good momentum in last 1 week with very good volume, and even in last few videos of Technical Saturday series, I have already mentioned about 7-step analysis, and even in yesterday's video, I did the overall analysis of how do we choose any of the stock based on 7-step analysis as well. If you haven't yet watched that particular video, ensure that you are going to go through that particular video so that you can understand how do we do the overall 7-step analysis and how do we filter out the stocks so that we can have best possible results for ourselves. So BHAIL is one of the outperforming stocks with very good volume, squeeze open on the upside, RSI above 60. Then we have India Cement monthly, weekly, daily, all are giving fresh 60 breakout, and definitely this can be the stock which can be traded in upcoming week based on system 3. Then we have Tata Power monthly above 60, squeeze has started slightly moving on the upper side. Weekly is already moving forward on the upper side, and volume on weekly time frame is looking very good on the demand side as compared to supply side, and on daily as well, it is already sustaining above 60 with squeeze open on the upside, walk off the band, which is a very good sign. Then we have GAIL monthly, weekly, and daily all are above 60. On daily, it has given fresh breakout of 60, which is a good sign with very good shock of demand as well, which is also good sign of bull from the bull side. Then we have ONGC monthly, weekly above 60. On daily, it has given fresh breakout of 60. But on the upper side, there is slightly sign of panicness. That is the shadow which is being formed. Furthermore, once we get proper confirmations, once we get proper sustainability above that particular zone, then we can definitely trade into this particular stock. Then we have some of the tracking stocks which are going to be kept on our tracking list for upcoming week. First, we have BEL where monthly, weekly are above 60, and on daily as well, it is already sustaining above 60. But this is like a consolidated uptrend which is being formed. And once it breaks out like in a proper way, because in last 1 week it was already sustaining above 60, but not with a green candle. It was already sustaining above 60, but not with a green candle. So that is why in this upcoming week and as well as upcoming month, we can definitely keep this stock on our tracking list. Then we have Coal India monthly. It is breaking out of 60, almost 60, 61. Then we have weekly and daily, which are almost around 56 and 60. Once it gives proper confirmation, then definitely this stock can be traded in upcoming few months. Then we have Hindalco monthly between 40, 60, weekly and daily are almost breaking out of 60. We'll have to wait for further confirmation. Then we have Jindal Steel monthly above 60, weekly it has again broken out of 60 with very good green candle, and on daily as well it has given proper confirmation. But on the last day on the last day of last week, we saw very big shadow on the upper side. Once we get proper, you can consider proper confirmation for that, then definitely we can trade into this particular stock. Then we have LIC Housing Finance, where monthly is almost around 57, 58. Weekly is already sustaining above 60, and on daily it is almost around 61, 62. And moving average support as well, which is a good sign. So double confirmation on the short-term trend. Once it breaks out of 60, then it can be like a 10-star trade, because monthly can also come up on the upper side, which means if monthly is above 60, then we have like 40% confirmation. Then we have weekly, which is above 60, that gives us 40% confirmation. And if the daily is also breaking out of 60, that gives 20% confirmation, which means 40, 40 and 20. Overall, this comes like we should also have confidence, right? So that is why it is how we actually filter out the stocks into our community as well. And even if like there is one more way with which we give stars, like if daily is breaking out of 60, that becomes a 5-star. If weekly is also breaking out of 60, like if it is breaking out of 60, or else it is already sustaining above 60, and daily is also breaking out of 60, that becomes like a 7-star trade. And if monthly is also breaking out of 60, or else it is already sustaining above 60, weekly is also breaking out of 60, or it is already sustaining above 60, and daily is breaking out of 60, or else taking 60 support, that becomes like overall 10-star trade. That is how we filter out into our community. Then we have some of the previous cup pattern stocks which we are discussing since last so many weeks. We have Marathon, which is like the resolution point was around 333 and current market price around 369.55. In last 1 week, it has given slight consolidation zone. Then we have Velcop, where the resolution point was around 292 and current market price around 338.60, which means it has given very good momentum. Then we have NCC, where the resolution point was around 141, double cup formation like PFC, and the current market price is around 170.95, which is a very good sign. And some of the new cup stocks which can definitely be traded in upcoming week. First is Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation Limited, like GMDC Limited, where the resolution point was around 222 and current market price around 249.30, which is also a very good sign. And even in few weeks back, weekly mastermind session, I've already discussed about where do we execute the trade in terms of cup pattern strategy, where should be our stop loss, what can be our potential target 1, 2, and 3, and so on. So if you haven't yet watched those particular videos, you can definitely get back to the previous videos of this series. Then we have BEML Limited, where the resolution point is around 1852 and current market price is around 2495.20. Although this particular trade has already given good momentum, but this is the example which I want to share with you, like multiple cup patterns which are being formed at the one resistance itself. And at this point of time, in this particular last 1.5 months, it has given very good momentum, which is a very, very good sign. So these are some of the tracking stocks, trending stocks, as well as some of the cup pattern stocks, as well as the overall analysis of what all we saw in last 1 month, as well as what all we can expect into upcoming, not just 1 week, but overall 1 and even 2 months of September and October. Because I usually believe, and even this is my own, through my own experience, through my own study as well, and even from last few years of study of charts and so on, I have realized this one single thing, that usually during the month of September and October, we see very good momentum either on the upside and downside, either on the upside or on the downside, not on both the sides, right? So I hope that you have learned and enjoyed a lot from this particular video as well. And if yes, ensure that you are sharing this particular video with your friends and loved ones, because we want to share this particular message of this particular message that trading is as simple as that, and it can be done by anybody and everybody, provided that we are ready to do hard work and we are being consistent on it. And ensure that you are sharing your biggest takeaways below this particular video, and you are looking forward for the stocks which we have already kept on our tracking list, and you are doing analysis on your own as well, so that you can also get the confidence. And looking forward to see you into upcoming videos, because yesterday I've already shared the new episode of Technical Saturday series, where I did the overall analysis of how do we actually implement the 7-step analysis, which I've already discussed in that particular series of Technical Saturdays. If you haven't yet watched, ensure that you are watching that particular series, and even this video series of Weekly Mastermind, so that you can go deep into any one single concept rather than going broad. And looking forward to see you into upcoming videos. Till then, live fully, love openly, and make the difference today. I wish you joy and abundance in all you do.